Nancy, come in.
You weren't kidding, Dr. Fazan.
About?
About what you said at our last session about me having the power of Domi?
Did you doubt it?
Well, no, it wasn't that. It's just that I really didn't think that...
You didn't think that you had that power in you. You didn't trust yourself. Well, now you do.
Yeah, and it's really great to be able to make things happen. But I guess...
You still have doubts?
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that it's a little bit scary to be able to will things into existence and not to be able to control it. I mean, you have to teach me how to do that.
And I will. Sit down, Nancy, and tell me everything that's happened.
Pregnant?
Yes.
Tina told you that she was pregnant?
With Vaughn's child. And as a result of that, our petition for annulment was denied.
And she's lying.
Yeah.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay, I know it and you know it, but the judge bought her story. And that's that.
And that's all you can say? She is lying, Dan. Why didn't you do something?
Oh, like what? Was I supposed to make her take a pregnancy test right there on the spot? Look, Courtney, I know this is frustrating, but try to be reasonable, will you?
Reasonable? Who is the one that told me, oh, don't worry about anything? Who's the one who told me that Vaughn bringing up this affair wouldn't make any difference at all?
Look, Courtney, just would you take some advice from me?
Why should I?
Because of the reality of the situation. You lost the annulment. Okay, now let's look at our alternatives. Our next move is to file for divorce.
No.
No. All right, look, you just, you give yourself some time, let off a little steam, and then we'll talk about our next step, okay?
Our next step? I'll tell you what my next step is going to be. I'm going to find Tina Brubaker, and I'm going to scratch her eyes out.
Listen, can I get you something to drink? Iced tea, a soda?
No, thanks. No. I won't be here long.
I was going to fix myself something to eat. Are you interested?
What are you having?
Oh, I thought I'd have one of those frozen gourmet somethings.
Yeah, TV dinner?
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Peter, if you came here to discuss my marriage,
What?
I'd really prefer that you didn't. I know everyone's concerned about me and Laurie, but I really don't need any sort of interrogation.
No, it's not that at all. I want to talk about me. See, I have some decisions I want to make, and I kind of need your help.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were... Okay. What can I do for you?
Okay, well, I've been doing a lot of thinking about the wedding and everything.
Is there a problem with Dave still?
No problem with Dave. We got everything settled a while ago. It's just that with Dave moving in and stuff, I think I'm gonna be in the way.
No, I really don't think so.
No, really. But see, it's not that they're not gonna have enough room, or that Mom or Dave won't want me there. It's just that, shucks, Ben, they're gonna be newlyweds, you know? And besides, it's time I get out on my own.
Oh, so you want your own apartment?
That's part of it, yeah. But you know what? I have never been anywhere. Kingsley's nice, but it's just, there's so much more out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So how do I tell Mom I'm leaving Kingsley?
Now, Nancy, I want you to tell me all about how you've used your newfound abilities.
Well, I have to admit, Dr. Fazan, I really didn't think I'd be able to do anything. I mean, after only one session.
Haven't I told you that there are some people who are more open to the supernatural than others? From the very first moment I met you, I knew you were one of those people.
Well, I have to admit it's true. You know, the first person I tried it on was Babs. She's this woman that lives at the home where I live, and she's this very kind of domineering, forward sort of person, and very, very pushy, you know.
Oh, yes, but you didn't let her push you around.
Yes, she wanted me to do the dishes. Well, I just didn't feel like doing the dishes. So I ordered her to get in and do those dishes, and you know what? She didn't even argue with me.
Very good.
Yeah, and then at the Greenbrier where I worked, there was this very obnoxious customer. You know, the kind of person who'd never be satisfied with anything. I mean, the table wobbled, her water was too warm, the food was too cold, the whole bit. And finally, when she said she wasn't going to pay the bill, I had just about had it.
What did you do?
Vanessa, I didn't have to do anything. She just started coughing and she couldn't stop. And finally, I told her, you wouldn't be able to stop coughing until you pay the bill and you leave a very generous tip for the waiter and me.
Excuse me, and when she did, the coughing stopped.
Yes, can you believe it? Oh, well, yeah, I know you can. It just amazed me. You wouldn't believe the expression on her face.
Nancy, you're doing so well. I'm really proud of you.
Oh, well, that's not all. And then just today, Babs made a bet that I couldn't will someone,
Yes?
I couldn't will this person to call me on the phone.
And it happened.
Oh, yeah, well, better than that. You know what happened? He came right to the house, so I won the bet, $10. You know, I was thinking about that. That would be a great way for me to make money for my Domi sessions.
By winning bets?
No, you know, contests and lotteries and things, they're big money to be had in those things.
Nancy, the power you have is priceless. It's not to be wasted on games and bets. You must understand that.
Oh, well, I was just thinking that, you know, maybe it would be a good way to...
No, Nancy, I want you to realize the seriousness of what we're doing here. We are unlocking a power from deep within you. We are not playing games. You are not to take this lightly. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Good. Because it's very important that you continue to use it. You must rely on it even more. You must give yourself over to it.
Well, I want to, Dr. Fazan, but how? How can I control it?
By practicing. That is the only way.
So you mean I should just continue to will things into existence?
Oh, yes, but not for your amusement.
Well, what do you suggest I do?
Tell me some more about your landlady.
Ione?
Yes, Ione. She's Jean Redland's mother, isn't she?
Yes.
And didn't you mention that she's been pressuring you for some money?
Well, yes, what she wants me to do is to contribute to the rent, but I tried to explain to her that I need the money for Domi.
And she wasn't sympathetic.
No.
In fact, she doesn't really appreciate what you're learning here, does she?
No.
She really opposes it, isn't that right?
Well, I mean, don't be too hard on her. She's really very nice.
Nancy, how important is Domi to you?
Oh, it's very important, Dr. Fazan. It's my whole life.
And you want to gain even more power and more control, isn't that right?
You know I do.
Then you must realize that your power must be more important to you than your feelings for any person. And once you've mastered that, there'll be no stopping you.
Who's there? It's me, Ione. Oh, you're home a lot sooner than you intended.
Yeah, really. It smells good. What's cooking? Let's not wait. Let's eat it right now.
It down.
Where's Miss Know-It-All?
She's out.
Out? She was supposed to help you cook.
She set the table, honey.
Oh, well, big deal. Where is she at?
She forgot she had another Domi session.
Isn't that convenient? You know, she is really taking advantage of you, and you are going to have to put your foot down with her.
Well, I intend to, sweetheart. I don't know, this Domi worries me. You know, she was losing interest at one time. Now she seems to be more involved than ever.
Well, it's spooky, if you ask me. I mean, the way she said that Brian Graham was going to call her, and then 5 minutes later, who shows up on the doorstep?
I think she's getting involved in something she doesn't understand, and that can be dangerous.
Now, wait a minute. Are you saying that you think that she actually made him come here?
I'm saying I think it's time to put a stop to all this. Mama! In the kitchen.
Hi.
How you doing?
Well, this is a surprise.
Yeah, well, you know, I dropped Jimmy off at the baseball game. Alicia's with a neighbor. Gene said he'd be late for dinner, so I thought I'd stop by.
He's not starting to make a habit of this, is he?
He better not be.
Now see, that's the attitude you have to take with Nancy.
Is Nancy giving you trouble?
Is the Pope a Catholic?
No more than usual, sweetheart.
Let me guess. Domi, right?
What else?
You know, I'm sure it was Nancy who told Vanessa Fazan about Gene's real identity. But at this point, I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm glad he's off the story.
Oh, what's he working on now?
Something on the city council, I think. Well, I brought your paper in from the front porch.
Oh.
Let me look and see if I see his byline. Beverly Randolph dies at 56. Beverly Randolph. I know this woman.
Carl, is something wrong?
Hi, Gil.
Hi, Tina. How are you?
Oh, give me strength.
Well, that's what I'm here for, little lady. What do you have?
The usual, Ernie.
You got it. Problems?
You might say that.
What I don't need is an hysterical client.
I am not hysterical. I am mad.
Do you think getting revenge on Tina is going to make you free of Vaughn?
It's gonna make me feel that way.
Courtney, listen to me. Now, we can't let this setback throw us. It's very important that we file for divorce right now, right away.
And what makes you think that I want you to do that?
Because it's the only logical thing to do.
I don't want you to handle anything for me.
What are you talking about?
I am sick of your incompetence.
Incompetence?
What else would you call it? You couldn't even handle something as simple as an annulment. What makes you think you could handle a complicated divorce?
Courtney, I already told you what happened in that courtroom.
You blew it, Dan. Vaughn and his lawyer threw you a curve, and you couldn't handle it. Why? You weren't prepared.
I resent that.
You can resent it all you like. If you'd spent as much time on the case as you spent chasing me, I'd be free from Vaughn.
Okay, look, you're upset, and you need to take it out on somebody, and I'm here, and I'm convenient, so that's fine. You just go right ahead.
I meant what I said. You no longer represent me.
You can't do that.
Keep telling yourself that, Dan, and you'll begin to believe it.
You know, you are going to regret this. When you cool off, you are going to be very, very sorry.
I am sorry that I didn't see certain things sooner. You only wanted another conquest.
And I was barking up the wrong tree there, wasn't I, Courtney? You are incapable of any feelings in that area, aren't you? Oh, what's the matter? Does the truth hurt a little bit there?
I don't have to prove anything to you.
Yeah, but you have to prove it to yourself.
Not with you. The thought of it makes me sick.
The thought of you turns my stomach. Well, you will get my bill in the mail. Just make sure Daddy is prompt about paying me off.
Oh, that was close.
I think you're only halfway home.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, let's back up here for a minute. Sit down. Now, have you really thought this thing through? I mean, it's nice to want to move away somewhere, but there are practical considerations like where do you want to go? What do you intend to do about school? How do you intend to support yourself?
Mm-hmm. I've done that.
Oh?
Yeah. You see, this spring I sent applications to UCLA, Northwestern, and I was accepted by both. And they're going to take all my credits. Almost all my credits.
Peter,
So, that's just I got to decide which one I'm going to.
that is terrific. And you didn't tell anyone about this?
I wanted to do it all on my own. But now that I have, it's hard to carry through the rest of it. See, I know it's going to hurt Mom. But shucks, I'm an adult. You know, I got to go out and live my own life. How do I tell her that?
How about just like that? I mean, what she's doing with Dave is pretty much the same thing.
I suppose. I just don't want her to think I'm running away from something.
She won't think that. I mean, you wanting to leave is motivated by, a desire to grow and to mature and all those good things. She'll understand.
But she'll be upset.
Yeah, it'll hurt her. Goodbyes are painful. But if it's the right decision, it's always a little easier to take.
Nancy, I want you to confront Ione Redlin.
What?
Can't you see what she's doing to you?
No.
She's blocking your potential.
Ione?
Yes, by putting down Domi, she's really putting you down, and as long as you allow her to do that, you're never going to fully realize the powers at your disposal.
Gee, I never really thought of it that way.
Ione Redlin is the kind of woman who wants others to be dependent upon her, but you must be dependent on no one.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I want you to find somewhere else to live.
But where? I mean, it's hard to find a place that would charge as little as Ione
You
does.
will do as I say. I want you to go to her and demand 3 months' rent free.
Rent free?
Yes, that will give you enough time to find somewhere else to live.
But Ione is really very nice.
Nancy, you must do this. Do you understand? You must separate yourself from that woman as soon as possible.
Awfully brave coming here like this, Tina.
I'm not looking for a fight, Courtney.
Too bad. But don't worry. I won't do anything violent here.
That's some kind of threat?
Consider it a promise. Oh, no, Tina. It's not going to be quite that easy.
Courtney, why bother?
You were supposed to be my friend. I confided in you, and then you took that and you used it against me.
Would it help if I said I was sorry?
Hey, look. It might be a good idea to cool this for a while, okay? You can get back together in a couple of days and discuss it rationally, okay?
You stay out of this. It's a lie. Maybe not the pregnancy part, but you never slept with him.
Keep trying to convince yourself of that.
It's not his baby. In fact, you probably don't know whose baby it is. It could be any one of a dozen men's.
Jealous, Courtney?
Because of your lie, I didn't get my annulment. Now, does that make you happy?
What if I say it did?
Why, Tina? Why? See, now, if the annulment had come through, Vaughn would be all yours to take care of you and your baby. What you did makes no sense.
And what you have been doing to Vaughn for the past few months does? It is every girl for herself now, Courtney. You're angry because you couldn't make Vaughn respond to you, and I could. That's because he loves me. That hurts your pride, and now you want everyone to feel sorry for you.
I don't want anyone's pity. I know the truth.
And you know, the sad thing about this is that you had Vaughn, but you didn't appreciate him.
Oh, and you did?
Yes, while you were chasing after Peter Davidson.
I was going out with Peter Davidson before I got married. Vaughn was unfaithful afterwards.
And you tried to be, but you just couldn't pull it off, could you?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Wrong. I am talking about that little trap you set for Peter Davidson in my dorm room. You're not fooling anybody with this story about your being attacked, especially not Vaughn. We'd given each other up, but that drove him right back to me.
No.
It's all your fault, Courtney.
Vaughn lied to me more than I ever lied to him.
Keep telling yourself that.
He was sterile, and he was impotent, and he never told me that. That is what ruined our marriage. I wanted it to work.
Funny, isn't it? What you say ruined your marriage was never a problem for us. From where I stand, that puts what's wrong with your relationship squarely on your shoulders, so spare me the conversation to save your breath.
All I ever wanted was to be free. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to stop being told by everybody what I wanted and who I was. All I wanted from this annulment, no revenge, no money, just my freedom. And your lies took that away from me.
Come on, Courtney. Tears from you. Well, you're wasting them on me. Because I know the real score. You have made Vaughn's life miserable. And why? He would have given you the freedom that you needed to find yourself. And you knew this, and you used it against him. No, you can't blame me or Vaughn for anything. You are getting exactly what you deserve, and you don't have the reason or the right to cry.
What are you reading, Carla?
Oh, it's about this woman that died.
What, do you know her?
No, but I did see her. She was going into Ben's office as I was leaving.
So what?
So she's one of Ben's patients, and she's dead. And something tells me that there's more to this than is in this article.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. But I've got to talk to Jean.
Oh, that could mean big trouble for Ben.
Mama, if Jean is right about Domi, Vanessa Fazan, and these deaths, my not telling him could be the worst thing I could do.